It started with McDonald's, then came Domino's and Pizza Hut, topped off a few months ago by fried chicken a la KFC. Now Uncle Sam is hungry for more and he set his eyes on this, the humble vada pav that in many ways is synonymous with Mumbai, an irresistible delight sold for tuppence on the city streets.
One of the biggest thing on our agenda was to standardize the product and give customers quality and hygienic environment under which we'll make.
The American vada pav, soon to hit a chain of eateries, will become a processed food with zero bacteria being its USP. We've been promised it will taste just the same. The American tag is courtesy the US company that will make those tons of potato mash bacteria-free. But wait a minute, the vada pav, a processed food, kind of takes the bite out of it, doesn't it?
और यहाँ जो रहता है रोड पर भले क्वालिटी उसमें कुछ फर्क होता है लेकिन वो ताज़ा मिलता है लेकिन बड़े मॉल में जो मिलेगा वड़ा पाव उसका कुछ गारंटी नहीं है कि वो आज का ही होगा.
Better that you have it at a stall, than on a roadside, because at least you are assured that there is some kind of a hygiene and quality maintained.
Corporate giants gobbling up smaller rivals, yes. But Mr. Bush, why this innocuous little chappie? Potato, potato. Here's the plan. Before you close in for the kill, distract the enemy with some phonetic jugglery.
Till now the vada pav was considered as poor man's burger, but not anymore. Now it is all set to take on its American counterpart, the burger. Ronak in Mumbai for Action City.
Going to be adjusted if we see the further dollar depreciation and possibly even real yield rises in the US as well. So there remains a number of concerns in terms of the global imbalances, but we suspect the dollar depreciation that you are going to see over the coming months is going to be more gradual than any concerns about it being a sharp depreciation. I think the environment still remains reasonably robust for emerging markets. Clearly there's going to be some slowdown, particularly related to the liquidity drawdown we're seeing in Japan. You should see funds remaining in Japan, and so there's a concern that with this general drawdown in global liquidity, emerging markets won't see the kind of flows they have seen over the last few years. But the environment still remains pretty constructive, given that growth within the emerging markets is still pretty healthy relative to the developed markets. Probably the Fed clearly suggesting that it's going to raise rates at the end of this month, and that's pretty much priced into the market. Everyone's looking now out to what the Fed does in August, but there's generally the markets have calmed down a little bit over the last few days, and you've seen that reflected really in the equity markets and the currency markets. You've also seen yields in the US starting to rise again on the back of some slightly better economic data coming out of the US as well. So the environment has certainly changed over the last few days.
The dollar had a bright day as traders bet more rate hikes are in the cards. Worries about North Korea and the testing of a long-range missile lambasted the yen, so that was also a boost for the dollar. But as you know, commodities are priced in dollars, and when the dollar rises, it makes commodities that much more expensive to other currency holders, so that dynamic helped to push commodities lower across the board. Worries about
Meter down. But is it time for the taxi fare to go down too? Mumbai's familiar black and yellow cabs moved from using petrol to CNG a few years ago. But in spite of costs falling, the fares have not.
In any case, both these fuels are cheaper fuel. Yet the Mumbai's taxi passenger is being charged on the basis of petrol cost. That is patently wrong and unfair.
Let the government appoint a new committee and let them study the fare structure. We'll find out which is whether to reduce the taxi fare or not.
Surprised? Well, you aren't the only one.
अगर और भी कम कर दिया जाए तो फिर हम लोग को टैक्सी बंद करना पड़ेगा.
अगर सरकार ने अगर गैस कम कर दिएगा तो हम मीटर कम करने के लिए तैयार है.
It's not fair on their part.
If they don't take action, I feel that we should even protest.
नहीं चाहिए, जो रेट है वो उन्हें कम करना चाहिए.
Currently, we are paying ₹13 as a minimum fare. But is that really fair? Well, the Mumbai Transport Commissioner is studying the case and will submit its report in a few days. Till then, the cabbies will continue to take Mumbaikars for a ride. Ronak in Mumbai for Action City.
students in Mumbai may no longer say cheers to cola. What with colleges in Mumbai pushing for a ban on these drinks within campuses.
As such, we have decided to ban it, but then a formal decision would be taken on the 9th. Past few weeks, we have been hearing reports that it has lots of pesticides in it, lots of insecticides which are harmful to the youth. And hence, being the custodian of youth, we would like to have healthy products coming into the college premises.
So what do the students have to say?
These cola drinks, they do nothing good for us, and they're just harmful in all possible ways. So I think it's a good idea.
I think it's all bad. We just can't drink colas and all because pesticides and all, it's harmful to our health. So we can drink something else, juices and whatever, energy drinks.
As it is, it does a lot of harm. We are from biotech, so we know much more about it. It does a lot of harm. And we would definitely like to resort to drinks like fresh juices because they definitely do a lot more good than the colas do.
It's up to us. If we want to have, we'll have. So they shouldn't ban it.
I don't think so. They should ban the colas because it's your choice, it's your preference. If you want to have it, you have it.
But in the fight between cola giants and health activists, the ones losing out are the poor cola vendors.
After the pesticides, the sales have definitely come down. It has come down drastically. I think there is more awareness among the young college crowd, and they have some of them have switched over to other drinks like lassi, milk.
The consumption of cola seems to have gone down for now. But will we always remember the CSC finding that shows the amount of pesticides 24 times higher than the acceptable limits? With camera person Vijay Savle, Ronak Kotecha in Mumbai for Action City.
Empty streets as Mumbaikars were forced to spend Sunday at home. An eerie silence descended on the otherwise buzzing city as news of Shiv Senics on the rampage spread. Shops and malls remained closed through the day. Hardly any private vehicles were seen on the roads. Buses were empty, while those who dared to travel by the local trains spent hours waiting as Shiv Senics staged rail rocos at various points.
तो ट्रेन उधर ही बीच में रुक गई ना, कुछ अनाउंसमेंट ही नहीं, कुछ पब्लिक को पता ही नहीं किधर जाना क्या करना है, तो हम लोग वहाँ से पैदल ही आए.
कोई बस नहीं था, कोई रिक्शा नहीं था, पूरी दुकानें बंद थी, कहीं पीने को पानी नहीं, खाने को होटल कोई खुला नहीं. वैसे बंद में अमूमन होटल खुला रहता है, लेकिन होटल भी बंद है आज. कॉमन मैन प्रॉब्लम में आ रहा है ना.
कम से कम ये तो चालू होना चाहिए बस ट्रेन वगैरह. कितना अभी हम लोग भी बाल बच्चे वाले आदमी हैं, दूसरा और भी कोई है, लेडीज़ को खास करके प्रॉब्लम रहेगा.
Locals are running right now, buses are not running, so my home is very far from here, from station. So problem is I don't know how to get from here to home.
Trains delayed, buses torched, stones pelted and roads blocked. Be it a natural calamity or a man-made one, it's always the common man who's at the receiving end. And today's protest by Shiv Senics was no exception. Ronak Kotecha, Mumbai, Times Now.
A year ago, they were determined to spoil the party. And they did at a Valentine's Day celebration in suburban Mumbai. Now they threaten to do it again. Rank hooliganism by Shiv Senics disguised as the moral police. Love? But what's love got to do with it? Action City decided to shoot some straight questions to this man sitting in judgment on Cupid.
इसलिए बोले तो हमारे इधर पहले से ऐसी ये संस्कृति नहीं थी. अभी ठीक है, कॉलेज का ज़माना आया, मिलने दोस्त ऐसे होते हैं, बात अलग है, लेकिन ये वेलिंगटन डे बना तो ये नहीं है.
Come on, buddy, take a chill pill. Where's the romance in your soul?
मम्मी को हाय हेलो, ये संस्कृति हम तो यहाँ होने नहीं देंगे, और ये बच्चे लोगों के लिए ये बहुत खराब संस्कृति आ रही है.
Is anyone listening? Don't think so.
It does a lot of crap in, by interfering its nose in what college students are doing for Valentine's Day and all. I mean, they spread violence everywhere, this, that, they do everything possible, and then they tell us not to celebrate Valentine's Day, saying it's very, whatever, obscene or whatever.
I just plan to take my Valentine out for dinner, just have a good time, chill out. I think they just need to grow up. With the Western culture coming in India, I think if they want to win the younger generation in their vote bank, they definitely need to stop doing these stupid things.
Soft toys, cuddly bears and cards for the tongue-tied. Looks like Cupid's bow has found its mark. So is anyone afraid to say, I love you?
Valentine's Day is just round the corner and I'm thinking whether I should send a card. On second thoughts, out just pass. Ronak Kotecha in Mumbai for Action City.
Gandhigiri. That's the new word that the Munnabai sequel Lage Raho has given to millions in the country. But it's more than just lingo. The movie, it seems, has helped spread Bapu's message, though with a dash of humour. And bookstore owners, among others, have a reason to smile. Sales of books on Gandhiji have suddenly gone up.
Definitely the picture has an impact on the general public and particularly the students. We are getting inquiries and our sales has also increased.
After the movie, there has been a sudden increase in demand in sales, especially from teenagers, right from the age of 20, 25 till elderly people. All of them have been asking for these books.
Moreover, it seems that the movie has brought Gandhiji back into popular imagination.
Well, actually, I saw the movie Lage Raho Munnabai last week, and I mean, it says a lot about Mahatma Gandhi, and since I don't know that much about him because I don't live in India, it like prompted me to, pick it up because it's like very well made.
Even as Lage Raho Munnabai continues to do record-breaking business, it's the books on Gandhiji that are selling like hotcakes, and all courtesy Gandhigiri. Ronak Kotecha, Mumbai, Times Now.
Ganesh pandals in Mumbai are often fashioned around different contemporary themes, from the Bollywood-inspired Krish to the recent farmer suicides. But the one at Khetwadi in South Mumbai is raising eyebrows. It's based on the event that sent shockwaves across the city. Enter this bogie and you'll be reminded of the serial train blast in Mumbai. Images, sound effects, everything to tell you just what happened that day.
Today, just like the world, in India we are also facing the terrorism problem. And very recently we had the bomb blast series where all Bombay guys, their mind was shattered. It was a terrible scenario for everybody, and it is still alive in everybody's mind. Keeping in that mind, we thought that we will show this as a theme in our Ganeshotsav so that everybody gets a message out of it.
Even as the Mumbaikars get into the festive mood, the memories of 7/11 blast is not something that they've forgotten. Little wonder then, most of the Ganesh pandals have their themes woven around the blast.
But will people want to be reminded of that tragic day? With Ronak Kotecha in Mumbai, Hector Kenneth, Times Now.
Lal Baksa Raza, one of the most famous Ganesh idols in Mumbai. And chances are, if you manage to make your way in through the 1 lakh strong wave of devotees who throng the pandal each day during Ganesh Utsav, then you might be rewarded with something more than Lord Ganesha's darshan. Look who I spotted. Yes, that's right. Adorned in a green Maharashtrian sari, it was the Rangila girl. Now what would Urmila be praying for with such passion? My guess, her next release, which is just round the corner. But the lady who has it all denied it.
Such a big and beautiful Ganpati, it's really a wish come true.
And what is your wish this year?
I don't have wishes. I think Ganpati Bappa is too busy with so many people's wishes. I'm just here to thank him for everything he has given me.
But there were others who did pray. And some didn't even mind sharing it with us, especially the much maligned and harassed Mumbai Municipal Commissioner.
I came here to seek the blessings of Lord Ganesha and to thank him for the trouble-free monsoon we had, because I had prayed for that last year.
I think I can't ask for anything more in life now. I've really, this is the benefit of being a singer. I really have felt today.
Amidst tight security, there are common people, top bureaucrats, Bollywood stars and luminaries like Lata Mangeshkar. When it comes to Lal Bagh Cha Raja, there is no shortage of celeb quotient. With camera person Shailendra Bhatt, Ronak in Mumbai for Times Now.
एक मिनट होल्ड कर रहा हूँ, एक मिनट होल्ड कर।
चलो भाई थोड़े नीचे नीचे बहुत थोड़ा सा नीचे तेरे आ जाओ मैं हाँ 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 ले 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 उठा ले उठा ले उठा ले थोड़ा दे ना पानी ये गौतम अरे देना कितना पानी पी रहा है देखना थोड़ा देना भाई ये बाबा मखदूम कर एक मिनट होल्ड कर रहा हूँ, एक मिनट होल्ड कर। चलो भाई थोड़े नीचे नीचे बहुत थोड़ा सा नीचे तेरे आ जाओ मैं हाँ हाँ हाँ
Well, I'm here at Mahim Creek and there are several thousands of people gathered over here who are claiming that this is nothing short of a miracle, that the water has just turned sweet and it's not salty anymore. Let us just ask a few people who have to say what they have experienced over here. So will you just tell us what you experienced today?
Now, देखो, first of all, we heard in the news on TV channel that water is turned into sweet water. So we came from Ghatkopar, Sakinaka, Kurla. We all group have come from there, and we all group went into the middle of the sea, and we tasted the water. It is really sweet water. It is not a sea water.
Exactly, I can't believe that the first time we have experienced such a thing that the water has turned sweet. So I have learned in the school that the sea water is every time salty. But what I can't think it's a miracle or something like that. Magdum Shabab.
Have you tasted?
I have tasted the water 3 to 4 times, and I can't believe it. That it has really tasted, means it's a miracle something.
Well, for now it's just a miracle that has shattered all the conventional logic. So we'll just have to wait and watch as to what it is for now.
On a drizzly Friday evening, Aslam Sheikh didn't once realize that his little trip to the sea would end up creating mass hysteria across the country. When fisherman Aslam could not net any fish, he tasted the sea water, and to his great surprise it turned out to be sweet.
सबसे पहले हम लोग पिए, होड़ी के अंदर ही पिए पानी। हम लोग मच्छी पकड़ते हैं और हमारी मच्छी जो है खारे पानी से लगती है हम लोगों को। और कल पानी मीठा था तो हम लोग मच्छी नहीं ले आए थे, तो हम लोग ऐसे डॉट लगा के पानी को जरा देखना चाहिए क्या हुआ, तो हम लोग हमेशा पानी चख के देखते हैं और हम लोग पानी इसलिए पहचान के जाड़ा पतला पानी आता है,